Yo, what up? It's your boy, Yammie dude, back at it again. This is a stupid bit, I don't want to do it. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Yammie Noob here, back at it again. Thought y'all might want to check out some of the new bikes featured at the EICMA show. I've actually never seen that word pronounced, I've only ever seen it written, so if I'm mispronouncing it, sorry. It's a lot of cool stuff, let's jump into it. Following hot on the news of their new V4 Panigale, Ducati released the 959 Panigale Corsa, which is now actually the biggest twin they make. This bike is really good looking. It kind of reminds me of like a little baby version of the Superleggera. I don't know how to pronounce that. And yeah, it just looks like a really fun middleweight. You know, it's gonna comes with Olin suspension, Akrapovic exhaust, and a lithium-ion battery, which is pretty neat. And it's matte, which is always cool. Props, Ducati, this thing is pretty good looking. I wonder how long they're gonna keep the 959 Panigale as a twin. Maybe they're gonna make a small version of the V4. Kinda doubt it. That would be kinda weird, wouldn't it, if they made like a 800cc V4 for their Panigale? I think they're gonna keep it as a twin, which is cool. I think it's cool for Ducati to have a proper sport bike that's still a twin. That's part of their heritage. Moving on. This one I'm very, very excited about, and you've seen by the thumbnail. It's Honda's CB4 Interceptor concept. Look at this thing. Look at it again, back to me. Now look at it again, now back to me. This bike looks incredible. This bike looks like everything I want a motorcycle to look like. It's unbelievable, but it's just a concept, and I highly doubt they'll make it like this. But man, look how cool that is. It's got the single-sided swing arm, that stubby little tail, that cool headlight. Oh man, it's so neat. It is so freaking cool. It's like if the UJM style never evolved and it just like kept going with those traditions, but it's so cool. God, look at that rear end. It's so good. It's basically like every Tron bike dream that I've ever had. It's so neat. I'm trying to find out some more details about it. Like what motor is in it? What's the suspension? The XXX Tentation Suspension.
Talk like you eating some paste. Hey, is that your IQ or your age? Hey.
Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, hell yeah. The CB4 Interceptor is actually based on the CB1000R. So yes, 1000cc 4-cyl. Very happy. Because I know that the other CB4 was, it was based on the 650F, which is a 4-cylinder that makes 650, but this was 1000, baby. This one's a liter bike. Yeah, this thing's the coolest looking bike I have seen in a while. If they made this, I would masturbate furiously to it. That's it. That's all I would do. And moving right along. So a manufacturer I really never think about, but this bike looks really interesting, is the Indian Scout FTR 1200. Looks like a really cool like flat track, like puffy tires. Looks like it could go off-road, but not really type of thing. This is a really interesting move from Indian. I mean, Indian's never been a brand that I've ever been that interested in, to be honest. I know they have a lot of history and all that, but you know, to me, they've always just made big, slow cruisers. So I was like, not a big fan, but this thing looks really, really interesting. I know that this style of bike is getting a lot more popular, so if Indian actually produces this thing, that would be pretty neat. Although it does look pretty beefy and heavy, so I'm not sure. It says here that the FTR is designed to meet two goals. It's a rolling homage to Jared Mees, Brian Smith, and Brad Baker, the wrecking crew who had their way with American Flat Track Series. I don't know what any of that shit means. Is it Rossi? No, I don't care. Whatever. And apparently it's paying homage to their flat track heritage. It's a really pretty bike. That rear end with its two cans looks really, really sick. God, these manufacturers need to actually make these bikes, man. They keep always talking about them, and put out concepts, and we're just like, come on, make it. But then nobody buys it, and then they get upset, and we're like, oh, can you make it, please? And they're like, I'm not gonna make it if you don't buy it. Moving right along. This is another really, really neat bike. This is kind of following off the same idea as the XSR 900, yeah, the Yamaha made, that's based on the FC09, the sort of neo-retro thing. It's the Kawasaki Z900 RS cafe bike. This is a really, really good looking bike. I am really into these bikes that are sort of like that retro look but have like modern amenities and features. I think that's really neat because they really do turn heads. The other day I actually saw a guy, I couldn't snap a photo, I wasn't quick enough and I was driving. He was on one of those Triumph Street Twins, but it was like the one with like the cowl in the front and like the little cafe bars. It was really nice, really, really sweet looking bike. Oh no, my computer froze. Oh God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, load. Yeah, this one's powered by the same 948cc inline 4 that makes about 110 horsepower that we've seen in the Z900 RS, but not the cafe version, which is really nice. I mean, that's plenty of power for a bike like this. It's not something that you're gonna be like doing track days with, although I'm sure it could be capable. I mean, it's probably capable. I mean, it's got 41mm forks, compression and rebound adjustability, which I would not expect on this bike. I thought it would just have just regular forks, but that's really nice. They give you some adjustability. That's really cool. But it's not Olin's. And then the last bike that I've seen at EICMA that is, I did not expect this to be made at all, but then again, I kind of did because this is the heritage of this bike. It's the H2 SX, like a sport touring H2. This just like my brain so much because it's like the H2 is seen as like just like this all-out ridiculous monster straight line bike, and to see it with like big cargo boxes on the side of it kind of like screws with me. But I mean, if you think about it, it's a perfect sport touring machine. It's got a shit ton of torque and it could probably be used every day, which I never thought I'd say about a bike that has over 240 horsepower or something like that. I have no idea how much power that bike makes. It's a mild 197.3 horsepower and, you know, a mere 101 foot-pounds of torque on a motorcycle. That is insane. That's almost as much torque as a Miata in a motorcycle. It's more power than a Miata, that's for sure. That's insane. Yeah, like I said, really interesting decision, but you know, why not? I feel like the motorcycle industry over the past couple of years has like segmented itself in these super niche little markets. So if they did some market research and found that people were looking for an H2 that they could tour with, you have been answered. Congratulations, the 6 people that responded to that survey. You now have a sport touring H2. I'm gonna link below all the links to these different bikes down there so you can check them out. It's really, really neat that, you know, motorcycle industry is still pumping out some really cool bikes. We're not getting slowed down by emissions or lack of innovation, even though I've seen tons and tons of reports that's like, oh, young people aren't buying motorcycles, blah, blah, blah. And this actually is true. I know the leader bike market is like dominated by people that are like 30 and 40 and it's just getting older. So hopefully these bikes, like the Indian Scout, like the new CB4 Interceptor, can get some younger people interested in motorcycles and can get them excited to ride a bike. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below which one of these are your favorite. Personally, mine is the CB4 Interceptor. This thing is it's ridiculous. It's so good looking. Oh my God. Like, you would get, if you own this bike, you would get complimented every day of your life on how awesome it looks. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But it would still not get you any chicks. I just gotta put that out there. Catch you guys next time. See you later.